In today's video, I am going to show you how to use Python Pygame to make an input text box. When you enter some text, they can be stored as a string and to be used for login ID. After that, I can show you a database established holding all the users and passcodes, and use this interface for entering the game. This is very useful for making an internet game with different username and passwords. Now let's get started. So as you can see, there is the input box class established. I make several methods. And a separate file holding all the users' names and IDs. In the main game loop, I make a for loop for iterating between the input boxes and getting the inputs and doing the comparison with the data in database file. And look for any equivalence keys or names, and check if they are matching the passwords or not. And for each input boxes, we also use the update method to update the input and output of each text. To use these boxes, first thing is to create an instance of input box class, which I am going to show you later. As you can see, there is no such Tom Lee in the list. Let's enter another user in the list. Let's say Rocky Lee. Now I intentionally enter a wrong password. It's a very long password, which is obviously wrong. When I enter this, you see a message pop up, your passcode is wrong. I can circulate between different input boxes using tab key. And when I pressed it, the current active input box is highlighted in red. All these can be handled within the input box class. You can also see a blinking cursor. This can be done with this code. Now let's use another name in the list called Kshung, and password is Win. As you can see, both username and passwords are correct, so the green message showing you are logging in are displayed. Now let's enter another wrong password. This password is clearly long and wrong. When I entered it, it showed wrong passcode. Here we go, everything works perfectly. Here is the code for clearing the characters in the input boxes. The second portion show how to display the text on the Pygame screen. Great. If you look at it carefully, when I enter some text in the input boxes, it could automatically change the text box size to fit with your input. When you press the Enter key, you will see the text we're able to hold by a variable and make it to display in the terminal output, which is showing the same text you are entering. For example, when you type apple is tasty in the input box and press Enter, the same apple is tasty is being displayed in the output as well. If you also notice that the display message were mess up, that S because the Pygame will display message in every frame. If you don't clear up the first message, it will be mixed with the new message. To overcome this, we need a timer class or timer function to display the message in a very short amount of time and disappear on the screen. Let's import my timer class. If you don't know how I make this class, please refer to my previous introduction on timer class. Now after importing, then we create self.timer equals timer, which is an instance of timer class. Let's put 2000 meaning 2 seconds to show on the screen. Next, let's switch on the timer when the Enter key is pressed. So self.timer.timer on. Then, if self.timer.active, that means when the timer is still active, the message should be showing up. Until the timer is out, the message will disappear on the screen. Finally, don't forget to update the timer so that the time is updated in every single frame of loop. So now we should be good to go. Let's try it. So here you go. As you see, The message is disappearing after 2 seconds passed. Give it one more try. Here I enter the wrong password. Let's see if the message will disappear or not. Yeah, it's no more showing up. So, awesome. Looks like everything is working. Later, I would like to show you how I link this screen to the start of the actual game. This main body is the one of the game I made before. Now I am linking the input box screen. If you can successfully log it, you can see the start of the game. I just add the statement if input box 2.start game is true, then we can run the self.level.run. Now I enable this statement and see what happened. So here I have my login screen codes, a database containing the usernames and passwords, and finally the main game logics. I connected 3 of them together. Let's try it now. By entering Xung and password is win, the game should be able to start.
So now you can see here we can